So I sort of think about Springsteen's 2000s this way. Through about Tunnel of Love, Springsteen is climbing the mountain. Call the mountain the music industry, call the mountain his realization as a popular musician, call the mountain, confronting and overcoming the emotional challenges that he and his family had been dealing with, or not really dealing with, for generations. It's hard to say that by the end of 1987, he didn't get to the top of at least one or two versions of the mountain. I hope you'll bear with me on this metaphor, but after that, it feels like Springsteen skiing down the mountain that he climbed, and then sort of taking the ski lift back up to the top of that mountain. Other artists, once they reach the top of a mountain, will go back down the other side, usually in a blaze of not so glorious, not so very good music, and then find themselves at the foot of another mountain, an unprecedented mountain both for them and for popular artists of any kind, and have to figure out a way to climb that one. Relatively few popular musicians have chosen to do that, probably because there is so much comfort and wealth and stability to be found by staying on the mountain you've already conquered. But if you choose to remain there, you wind up with a lot of the material that Springsteen produced this decade, most notably Magic and Working on a Dream, that's not essential listening for people who already know the first several decades of your work well. Is this the most egregious example of an aging popular musician? Not in the slightest. If you were stuck with only these albums to listen to, this is not bad music, but it's also not categorically adventurous music either. The most essential album from this decade is The Rising. The Rising and Devil's and Dust are oddly good companion pieces, even though they don't have a lot in common. I do think that the Seeger Sessions is borderline essential listening for anybody who wants a sort of entry-level class on folk music, and I'm sort of disappointed, if not altogether offended, by the ethos and the approach on Magic and Working on a Dream.